Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Let's talk about an intraday strategy because I know a lot of you want one. And when I first started to learn how to trade, I was one of these guys where technically I knew the technicals, but I was the most impatient trader out there. And I think a lot of you can relate to that as far as whether it be I'm just nervous or I want instant gratification or I really believe that I can be the best trader on an intraday chart because after all, I mean, everyone out there who seems to have a strategy, they all seem to scalp and make hundreds of dollars at a time, right? And I guess that's probably one of the most frustrating things to see as a trader because basically you have to understand that those traders are exceptional because they have had a lot of practice at training their eyes and brain to see that trade on a smaller time frame. And it takes a lot of reps in order for you to understand that. And that is why one of the things I insist if you come to the Discord server that we do is slow things down to the point where your brain can see trade, take trade. Okay? And for some of you who are willing to do that, you begin to make better decisions. And that's where it all starts with seeing the trade and making better decisions. And I have found that the majority of the traders that I work with, as soon as we slow it down, they become profitable. And then they start to build this confidence and consistency at a level that they've never experienced before. And I'm so happy for them because all it took was one little thing. How many of you out there feel like you're just one thing away from achieving what you need to do in this market or with the market? And I know there are several of you out there because I used to be one of those guys too, where I would look at it and I was like, man, I can just feel it. I can feel it. I'm so close. I'm so close. I just need this last nugget, right? And hopefully, what I show you here today will help you because it helped me tremendously. Now, when you look at my workspace here, I have my 5 time frames: the year, the quarter, the month, the week, and the day. That's nothing new. But the thing that changed how I think and why I think, believe it or not, was the intraday 130-minute chart. Oh, 130-minute chart. Well, why would you do that? Uh, I've got to give credit where credit is due, and this goes out to one of the Discord servers. And if you want the name of that Discord server, come and message me because the guy who showed me this really took me from this to this. And as a trader, that's how you want to see your trade. You want to just be able to make contact with it consistently. And one of the things that he told me is that, hey Phil, you know there are 1,390 minutes in a trading day, and that's 6 hours and 30 minutes, right? And basically, what we want to do, we want to find a factor of that, and then find a number that works, which makes it into 3 candles per day. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. So if I come right here and I change my workspace, you now see over here, this is the only intraday chart that I have for this space. This is a 130-minute time frame. Now, why 130 minutes? Because you get 3 candles per day. If you use extended hours, you're going to go to 160 minutes because the rules changed there because now you have 1,440 minutes. One of the things that really helped me was that I used to trade early in the morning, I would kill it, and then by the end of the day, I'd give it back. And I know a lot of you just related to that because a lot of the traders that I work with are like, man, I do the same thing. How did you get past that? And the way you get past that is that you have to recognize that there can only be one of three things when you trade off the 130. And let me bring this up. These are the three scenarios that you can have on the 130: an A day, a B day, or a C day. Now, the B day has wicks. That's pretty easy to identify, right? And then the A day has an inside and up or an inside and down, because remember, you can also have an inverse of this as well. The C day is kind of unique where it's a 2-2-2 continuation. And once I understood that there's a 66% chance, right, because there's only three scenarios, that we are going to trade inside the second candle, it changed everything for me. Because now I can break away from my screen, right, and go enjoy the second or the middle part of the day. And if you look at this right here and you get to the point where you understand this, like right here, you have a 2-1. This inside day or this inside candle set up the 2-2-2 continuation all the way back where? To target right here. That's it. And that's all you're really trying to do on the 130. Let's take a look at something that broke out yesterday, like Shop. Shop was one of these names that we looked at right here and said we could go 3-2. Now, the dash right here represents a day. You see that? This is a full day. But look at how Shop set up right here. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. As Rob would say, this is still good. And Andy, one of our members, is starting to apply this with his options, and he's starting to kill it. He understands that this is still good, and he's going to take some money into strength, but he's also going to leave some runners here to see how high we can go, because look, Shop can get all the way back up here to 129.38. Now, is it going to do it today? I don't know, but I just know that this is enforced right here. And Andy is one of our members in the Discord server, and I think I've been working with him maybe three months or so, and it's been just phenomenal to watch him change as a trader because he's making better decisions. Now, is he using the 130? I don't know, but what he is doing, he's applying this same process on the time frames that he's using, and I think he's an hourly trader. And that's something too that Strat Soldier will tell you too, is that pick a time frame that you can get in on. So if I come in right here and I have a deep respect for how someone does that, I can come in here intraday and I can do this too. 3 days, and I can change this to an hour. And guess what? Because it's the Strat and because it works on every time frame, it's going to show you an entry on here too. Because watch this. I'm going to switch this now to a 1 hour. And look, right there. 3-2, or you could have waited and gotten the 2-2 reversal right here. So it really doesn't matter what you use for an intraday time frame. Now the 130 is pretty cool, like I said, because it gives you the ability to slow it down to 3 candles. And when you look at the Strat, and as far as what you need for candles, look, how many do you need? 3. So if all you do is wait for this inside bar to develop, and remember, there's a 66% chance that it's going to, you can then take that trade on the final candle. And maybe you just take it at entry, and get out at target. Because I know some of you out there, you're very emotional traders and you don't want to hold it overnight, or you've just been slaughtered overnight. And this would tell or help you trade just intraday by slowing it down to 3 candles. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with it. And man, I tell you what, it totally changed how I trade as far as this goes. Uh, and that's right here on the 5-day 130. Let me show you how to do that in Thinkorswim. You're going to click on this time frame and you're going to go to customize list. And if you go here, you can edit this intraday, and look, it's right there. 2 hours, 10 minutes. That's all you need to do for 5 days. And this is my challenge for you. If you have Thinkorswim and if you are struggling as a trader, put this time frame on there and discipline yourself to the point where you are only going to take an actionable signal to the upside. Because like right here with shop, when we went 2-3 up right here, you could have taken this trade and you could have put your stop at the bottom of this candle right here, or you could have put it here below this moving average. And this right here is a 50 and this is a 10. And that's the thing, you get to define that as a trader. You get to make those rules as far as what you believe to be good or bad. But here's the deal, let it play out. Let it play out. And then after you master this, then you can maybe go down to a smaller time frame to something like this, where you then start to apply these extended rules through here, like I do. So this is my 160. This is my, well, this should be my 15. I apologize. This should be my 15 right here. And then this should be my 5. And then you can speed things up. But until then, just slow it the heck down. And I promise you, you're going to make better decisions. If you need help with this, come and join us in the Discord server. I'm more than willing to work with you. If you have questions, comment. All right, that's it. That's all I have. Until we meet again, take care and God bless.